guys, it's Dutchess. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dutchess. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here, but we do daily tarots now. So this is your daily tarot message. I already said a prayer, I already set my intentions, so we will go ahead and get started. Spirit, what do the people watching this video need to know today? Okay. Oops, I'll just put this here so you can see it. Excuse me, that was a good burp. Excuse me. Another one. Wow, okay, cool. Okay guys, so we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the Starfish, Michael Prince Charming of Protection, Temperance, the Nine of Wands, yet the Nine of Wands, what? The Nine of Wands. Yes, this is your soulmate, and White Buffalo Woman, Peace. Let me grab some little charmy charms. What charms do you have to go with this message, please, Spirit? Huh. Wow. Some of you might be going on a cruise. I know that sounds weird, but we have a boat and we have ahoy. I also think it's like your ship's coming in. Okay. So we have a boat, we have ahoy, we have a little paw, and we have an ice cream. Okay, so with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like Cornica. Yeah. Please, I just started reading. Don't make a ruckus. I just started reading. Corin says hi. Okay, so with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel today is about focusing on self and not focusing on what other people are doing. Here with the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, I feel like there's a lot that you could be very grateful and happy about right now, but there's also a lot that, you know, you could be getting stressed out about or feeling upset about. And here with the Temperance card and the Nine of Wands, Spirit's saying that it's just so important that you block that negative energy out. I want to talk about spiritual attack again, guys. Like I said, I never talk about this to make you feel scared or upset you. I just talk about it so that you can be aware and understand the energies around you so that you can, you know, make informed decisions throughout your day and everything for yourself. And so last night while I was watching a movie, I had a worst case scenario, like literally the worst case scenario you could ever think of, come into my head about someone that I care about and love. And I moved through that energy and I just felt it, and I felt it in my body, and I just let it move all through me. And like, instead of freaking out, I just like was neutral, and I mean, it was upsetting and it was disturbing, but I just like sat with the feeling and the energy and the emotion until I neutralized it and came to a place of like neutrality and, you know, just like disinterest. Like, I'm not interested in thinking of worst case scenarios when I don't even know if that's the truth. I will cross that bridge when I get to it, basically. And so it's like, and even as I'm thinking about it, they're like showing me all these things in my life that I could be stressed out about, but I'm just like, not paying, it's not that I'm being avoidant and not taking care of them or not paying attention to them. What I'm doing is taking care of them in the moment that they need to be taken care of, and then putting it aside while there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I'm saying? So let's use an example of like, let's say you interviewed for a job and they're like, you won't hear back from us for a week because we're interviewing other people. You have a choice. That entire week you can freak out and be thinking, oh my God, did I get it? Did I not? I really need this money. Like, thinking all the things. Or you can be disinterested or you can think the best case scenario instead of the worst case scenario, right? So it's like, but I think the most powerful way to manifest something is to be completely detached and disinterested from it. So it's like, instead of thinking, oh my God, I hope I get the job, you're thinking, well, If I get it, great, I was supposed to. If I don't, then guess what? I wasn't supposed to. You know what I mean? And even as I'm talking about this, I'm getting that like familiar feeling in the pit of my gut that's just like dread and existential crisis. And so it's like today I feel like it's about focusing on yourself, taking stock in how far you've come, also taking stock in the things you can be grateful for, and then taking stock in the things that you're worried about so that you can neutralize the energy. That's the best advice I can give you. I got that from Elizabeth April from one of her podcasts. She was saying when you have extreme fear around a situation and you can't stop thinking of like the worst case scenario, or when you have severe trauma and it comes up a lot and it always makes you feel horrible, she said to sit with that energy until it's not uncomfortable anymore, until it's neutral. So like just sit in that really disturbing memory, and always do it when you feel safe to do it, because there's a time and a place. If you're already going through a lot, then maybe don't sit with that memory that's been haunting you for the last 5 years. But you know what I'm saying. So she was saying, sit with it and be uncomfortable, and eventually those uncomfortable feelings will pass and you will come into a state of neutrality. And I tried that for the first time last night, and it really worked. It really, really worked. And so that's when I was like, I can't get upset about things that aren't even happening. I can't get upset about things that are like far-fetched and not happening. Like, it's just not fair to me. It's not, and it's not fair to you. That's like anxiety, and it doesn't do anybody any good. And so today is more about having fun, relaxing, focusing on yourself, doing what makes you happy. Today isn't about like doing stuff for other people. Today straight up is about like protecting your peace and taking care of yourself. Here with the Temperance card and the Nine of Wands. Spirit's saying too that they keep trying to send you a message, but it's like you keep blocking them out. And let's see, Spirit, is that message that they're blocking out, do you have good news or bad news? You're rejecting change. Okay, so something is about to change majorly in your life. Here with the Five of Pentacles. And the Sun. Okay, so you're coming out of a time where things were really difficult, where you didn't get what you need, and where you didn't get what you needed, and where things were just, it felt like everything was piling on you. And it's like, instead of Spirit saying, okay, so they're going back to me having my existential crisis. They're like, I just heard the worst is over. So it's like, if we want to relate this back to me and what I went through last night, we can say that they're like, you're rejecting stepping forward and changing into the happiness, and instead you're sitting here and thinking of the worst case scenario. But I think Spirit's also saying that, a lot of times that thought process is how our brain is stuck. So if you've been in worst case scenario mode for the last however long, it's not always easy to change your thought process. And they're also saying too that like they're just reiterating what I was saying about spiritual attack. They're like, it wasn't even you. Like that thought wasn't even you. Honestly, I was watching a movie, and a lot of times movies have like subliminal messaging and imagery and things like that in them. And it's like, what was happening in the movie was so disturbing to me that I ended up relating it back to my life. And I feel like it's because I was susceptible, because I was like, there's probably subliminal codes and stuff within the actual movie itself. But I'm noticing these lilies or like lotuses right here. I'm also noticing a broken crown, and I'm noticing this little horsey right here, and he's super cute. And this like, also in all of this ruin, there is a root, right? In all of this ruin, there's a root that's coming through. And so I feel like Spirit's saying like, all is not lost. You have to reject the ideas and feelings of, worst case scenario. You have to move forward because you've dropped your crown and you've lost your way. But you can see the sun is rising behind this Death card, and then the sun does come up right here. And doesn't it almost look like this root right here is mirroring this branch right here, and there's a little birdie there, and then a bird coming. So I feel like what you've been waiting for is coming, and the more work we're doing on ourselves and our inner child, the closer we get. It's just a difficult time right now. And then here with the horse, it's like you have to free yourself. You have to free yourself from the old ways of thinking and catastrophizing, free yourself from an old way of life, or free other people in your life. So if you're holding grudges against people, or you're really pissed at people, it's like free yourself from that hatred and free them from your hatred and upset, right? And that doesn't have to be people in your life. Like I just went through my Instagram and unfollowed probably like 200 people because anything that has to do with politics, I don't want on my feed anymore. Because I'll be looking at a meme page and then the meme page is like putting up all this like political stuff that I disagree with, and then people are like fighting in the comments, and I'm like, dude, like what happened to memes? Like I came to your page to laugh. I didn't come to your page to get like to get harassed by people in the comments because I think differently than them, like, or to watch you call, like, it's so crazy because both sides, that's the thing, it's a big illusion, right? Both sides, when they go to the extreme, are wrong. Any extremes in this polarized reality feed hatred and fear. So it's like so crazy because it's like the one side hates the other side so much, and it's like, dude, like, most of the time you're coming from the same place. That's the crazy thing, is like they're so blinded by their own hate that they can't even see that it's like us versus the government and the billionaires, not us versus each other. As long as we fight each other, we're gonna go nowhere. And so it's like I just unfollowed anybody who like has to throw the like extreme political jabs in anything that they do. Like, and I know I do that on my page too. Like, I know I talk about the government here and stuff, but to be honest, I think I try to stay pretty level-headed and not like feed too much into either narrative, which is what I also do with religion. I pick and choose what works for me, and it pisses people off when you don't want to adhere to a certain narrative, or when you don't want to join a collective group. Like, society as a whole gets so pissed when you don't want to label yourself in any group on any end of the spectrum, like what I'm saying. So it's like today I cleared because it's messing with my head. I don't want to go on Instagram and get attacked by like random strangers I don't even know. So I unfollowed like 200 people and just got that out of my energy. And so you might want to do something like that today too, and like really purge, because like I was saying, it's like with all the spiritual attack, going online and then having random strangers yell at you who will never know you. They don't want to know your story. They don't want to have a conversation. Like, they just want to yell at you. They want you to be the dumping ground for them to piss all over and like take out everything that's ever made them mad in their life on you. And it's like, that doesn't fucking work for me. Remember when social media used to be normal? I feel like the way that social media works now is like the most dangerous, unsettling way it could have. Like, do you remember when Facebook was really just for your friends and family? And now it's like, how many views can you get? How many likes can you get? How can you monetize your ass cheeks? And it's like, that's why I ended up making my Instagram profile private, because it felt like it wasn't worth it. Like, my Instagram profile is like an expression of art and dance and like who I am. And I was like, I don't care how many views I get. I don't care how many likes I get. I don't even know these people. You know what I mean? And so it's like, and think about how dangerous that is too. Like, it's created so many TikTok and all these other social media platforms, like how that guy had to, he literally had to, I'm going to spell it so I don't get demonetized, but he had to SHOOT. A dad had to do that because this guy from TikTok just came to their front door and was like trying to kidnap their daughter and like hurt her because she wasn't paying attention to him enough, or like wasn't responding to his comments. And so it's like, what a crazy time to be alive. Do you remember when it used to be like I wasn't allowed to have certain social media platform pages. I didn't even get a phone until I was 13, okay? And then I didn't even have text messaging on that phone back in the day. So it's like, it's crazy how we just put our kids in harm's way. Like, it's crazy to me that dad even let the like 15-year-old have a TikTok page that blew up to the point where grown men are coming to kidnap her. Like, it blows my freaking mind. I know a rapper just got murdered because he was like posting all his locations, and then they murdered him for like his chains and his jewelry. And it's just like, it's just a crazy time to be alive. So that's just my little rant about social media, and maybe that you needed to hear that today. But that goes back to what I was saying about here with the 9 of Wands. It's like, you have to protect your peace, and then what Spirit's trying to tell you is like, the worst is over. Everything that I just pulled here to like clarify that, like, they're trying to tell you, like, and even the fact that I had to pull cards to clarify, that's because I don't have faith. You know, right? I was like scared. I'm like, oh, what terrible thing are you trying to tell me now? And they're like, I'm not trying to tell you a terrible thing. The terrible things are in the past. The spiritual attack is what's trying to keep you in the past, trying to drag you back down, when in reality, you're steamrolling so far ahead to the future. And with the sun here coming halfway up, I feel like it's like you're almost there, but you're just not quite there, right? And then here, today's about having fun, relaxing, and doing what makes you happy and not paying attention to the other people and what makes them happy. I'm not saying be horrible and rude and like do things to hurt other people. No, I'm just saying put yourself first. And then here with the starfish card, this is about focusing way too much on appearances. So this can definitely go back to the social media thing and like comparing yourself to other people. Please just remember Facetune and editing and, you know, that you can create whatever kind of persona you want online. Nothing is what it seems online. So just please remember that. And then we do have Michael, Prince Charming of Protection. And so Spirit's just saying, like, if you do keep getting in that energy of, like, I'm panicking, call upon Archangel Michael. He's going to cut cords with, like, the spiritual attack and with those upsetting energies and feelings that have been very pervasive in your energy. Here with the soulmate card, for some of you, if you're trying to get pregnant, you could definitely be getting pregnant shortly, because it looks to me like he has his hands on her stomach and, like, she's pregnant. And on the box, there are two angels, like, pointing towards her stomach. So I feel like there's, like, a spirit baby, or if you're trying to conceive, you could conceive. Or if you have, like, baby energy around you, like spiritual baby energy around you, they're trying to communicate with you today. And especially, too, if they're from a past life, like past life children here, because the white buffalo woman, I have a, you know, Native American past life. And so that's what this card makes me think of. But also here we go again with peace and the Nine of Wands and temperance. Like temperance is about peace. It's about protecting your peace today. And so your spirits can help you with that, but you just have to ask for some help. It's easier for them to interfere in the physical realm when they can help you. And then also this reminds me of Rafiki here. So maybe watch a little movie or something for your inner child, or check in with that inner child today. I see you're going to be getting some past life downloads today as well, and they're just saying make sure you stay really hydrated and just take it easy. Take care of your home, take care of yourself. Today's another like chill self-care day. That would be great. Have a nice conversation with a friend. That would be really good for you as well. And then with the ice cream and the paw, the ship, and ahoy, I feel like Spirit's saying like, so with the ship and ahoy, it makes me think of the Three of Wands, and like your ships are coming in. Some of you might actually be going on a cruise or something, or like a vacation. But with this, it's telling me like your ships are coming in, and it's about having loyalty to yourself right now. And as far as a romantic message goes, there is some sort of soulmate from a past life in your energy that they're going to be coming in very shortly to have a conversation with you, because they're loyal to you. And here with the ice cream, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I don't get it, Spirit. Oh, when you panic, so does everyone else, right? I scream, you scream, we all scream. So it's like, that's why Spirit's like, we need you to stay level-headed. Because when you scream, then I scream, and they scream. Now we're all screaming, and now we're all screaming our heads off, and the problem hasn't even shown up. The problem's not even real. The problem's a figment of your imagination and spiritual attack. So they're literally saying, like, don't scream before it's time to scream. It's not necessary. And do this favor for yourself. Be loyal to yourself. Do this favor for yourself. And then I want to pull some love messages. I am sad about what happened between us. I never wanted things to go this way. I can't bear to, I'm telling you, this person's coming back. Whoever you're waiting for, they're coming back. Can't bear to be away from you. It hurts so bad. I'm breaking. I will be back soon. I love you. I love you. They love you. Do you still love me too? Are you kidding? You guys saw that pop out itself. You can't make this shit up. Do you still love me too? And then we have, I can't stop thinking about how you called me out. I'm sorry I projected on you. Wow. Okay. I wanted to read the starfish card from the book for closing advice. Starfish, beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? When in balance, uplifting, artistic, and expressive. When out of balance, gossips feels empty. To bring into balance, positive friends. Wow, beautiful. And then one more little love message. I know I am being unfair. It hurts me to hurt you, but I am not well. And say thank you to my guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, and God Source for allowing me to be the channel through which these messages flow. We thank you for the truth. We thank you for the advice. Mavrashe, namaste. By the power of three, Smadhupi always works, always a blessing. All right. Thanks, guys. Like if you liked it. Comment if you have something to say. Subscribe if you feel like it. And I'll see you soon. I love you. Bye. And I will see you another time. Okay, bye. Love you.